Playing with objects in BlueJ is kind of fun. We have been doing it for a few times using different projects in BlueJ. Now we are going to check some other project. Let us go to project pictures 2, which is under lesson 2 course code. And here we are going to create two picture objects. One will be a rocket, another one will be a Mars. There is a new option available to create this picture object. Previously we have created picture object using this, and then once the object is available we have called the pick method to get a particular image. Rather than doing that process, we can actually supply that same image here using this second option, and it will create exactly that particular image object. So let us use this second option and let us call the object name as rocket, and I'm supplying the values as mariner4.jpg. Why am I supplying it as mariner4.jpg? Because if we go to the folder location where our project is existing, so if we go to this pictures2 folder location, we can see that it has a file called mariner4, which is a JPEG image. So I'm using mariner4.jpg. And why am I putting these double quotes? Because this particular thing, this new picture thing, is accepting a string here. So basically it is constructing a picture object from a given file. So I'm passing the file name as a string. Okay, so let us just click OK. And here comes our object. Now let us create another object. Right click. Let us create another object. Let us call this Mars, or even you can call it as planet. It's okay. Let's call it Mars, and let us supply the image name as mars.gif. Now this is a different type of image. Let us just go and check it. As you can see, Mars is a GIF file. So I'm supplying the file extension as .gif. Again, click OK. I'm having two objects available. Now let us make this object do something. Let us first of all draw this object so that I can see it. Right click, draw, and here comes this window. The rocket is visible to us. Let us draw Mars too. Wow, this is different. This is something unexpected. Now the Mars is too bigger than rocket, but that is a little bit not good, not looking good, right? Rocket should be somewhat bigger and Mars is somewhat smaller because Mars is away from rocket, right? So let us translate rocket, move it away from Mars. That is somewhat okay. And then let us decrease the size of Mars. I'm using grow method and using minus negative values to decrease. You can use positive values to increase. Okay, now this is fine. Now whatever we have done now in this particular project, as well as whatever we have done previously in previous projects, is use a mouse to create objects by right clicking on these class names, or call methods on these objects, again using a mouse. So when we use mouse, of course this particular project, especially this BlueJ environment, is enabling us to create objects and call methods on those objects using mouse. So what is exactly happening inside? What might be happening inside? Let us go check it. For now, how to check it? That's a very good question. Now, there is an option available in this particular BlueJ environment called terminal, which tells us what exactly is happening whenever we are using this mouse to create objects and then calling methods on these objects, and how these mouse events are making this execution possible. Okay, so now let us just close it. Now the objects are gone, that's good. Now let us do the recording thing of whatever that we are doing with mouse, and let us see what those look internally, what those commands, those mouse events look internally. So let us go to view menu, and there is an option called show terminal. Now this is our terminal. In this terminal there is an option called record method calls. That means if we click it here, as you can see, there will be a tick mark. That means it will start recording whatever we are doing in the main window of BlueJ. So let us now repeat the same procedure what we have done just earlier, so that let us see whenever we are doing these things like right click and creating an object here and then calling methods on these objects here, so what those commands look internally. Let us do it again. Right click, new picture, and I'm supplying the name as file name as mariner4.jpg. I'm giving the name as rocket. Click OK. Something happened here, right? Let's do the another one. Let's give the name as Mars, and let's supply the file name as mars.gif. Okay, cool. Now let us draw them. Okay, we can see this. Let us draw Mars too, and then translate rocket. Okay, let us decrease the size of Mars. Okay, now let us observe whatever actions we performed here in the main window of this particular BlueJ environment. And if you see here, these are the actual Java commands. These are the actual Java statements which tell Java compiler what to do. So as we can see, when we said we gave the name rocket, this is the rocket. And when we said pass this name mariner4.jpg, it is passed into this thing, and then a new object rocket got created. For this statement, Mars object got created. When we called right click here and called this particular method draw, as you can see, this statement is executed. Mars draw, rocket translate by 200 by 200, Mars grow by -50 by -50. Can you see what's happening here? Whenever we use any particular mouse events on BlueJ environment, BlueJ internally executes these events as pure Java statements. So what am I trying to tell you here is, doing all these things using mouse a little tedious job. Why not we write all this stuff, whatever is recorded here, and put that in a small program, and then let us run it, so that I need not do these things again and again. Rather, I will give all these steps as a single name, and then every time I execute that particular name, it does exactly what I was doing here. Okay, so let's close this. Let's go to this particular picture demo class. Let's do what it has inside. Double click on that, and then you can see what is inside this picture demo class, and you will see something beautiful here. This is the main part of this main method. As we have learned previously, these two statements currently don't particularly have importance. The main important part is happening here. And as you can see, these are the same steps that were recorded in our terminal window. If you want, you can have a look on the terminal window once again. Okay, let us see. Picture rocket equal to new picture mariner 4 JPEG. Picture planet, of course the name here is planet. I have used the Mars. Okay, Mars GIF, and then rocket translate 200 by 200, rocket translate 200 by 200, rocket draw, Mars draw, or planet draw, planet grow by -50 by -50. Now, though there is a change in the order of steps, it does not matter right now. Now let's do one thing. Let's close this execution window, and then let's right click on this particular object, picture demo. Let's call this void main method of this picture demo. And as you can see very clearly, we can see the same result. So this is what programming is. We put all the steps that we want to perform in step-by-step manner in our class, and it does what we want to do. Thank you.